started off pretty aggressive there, and then the second half didn't. What was different from the first half to the second half?
I saw more, scoring opportunities in the first half, and I was a little bit more aggressive. In the second half, we kind of wanted to get it into JJ. He was playing really well, and get him in foul trouble a little bit. But that was JJ was playing well, and we needed to get him the ball.
Did you sense it was a turning point when Big Max came in?
He played really well. I thought that was a spark in the second half, he's 7-3, and we didn't really have a stop for him. But it definitely was, a big lift for Cal, and got him a few points.
What happened between you and Gutierrez that tangled up underneath the bucket?
Yeah, nothing much.
Nothing much.
He just shrugged my shoulder, and I wasn't having it, so it wasn't much.
Was the tee really on Garrett? They called it double technical.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who it was on.
They called one on him, and then
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't around there, so I didn't hear it.
When you thought it should have been on you?
No, I didn't do anything, so he was the one that pushed me.
Is there the offense kind of struggling right now? Is there a lack to pull the trigger for some of you guys? I mean, a lot of your baskets were just putbacks in that first half, but is there that sense?
Not really. Today it was, we didn't want to, shoot the three too much. We wanted to, get it in, make easy twos, and who was doing that was JJ today, and he was playing really well, and we wanted to get him the ball, and we just wanted to make easier, better buckets rather than threes, since we're not shooting the threes too well right now.
Yeah, what is is there a answer on offense that you see could be the problem? I mean, sometimes it seems like, certainly there's no lack of effort out there, but it just doesn't sometimes mesh, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely not a lack of effort. It's just, getting the ball in the hole, really. We just got to be ready to take open shots and just shoot shots we're used to and that we know we can make, and the confidence part. And we have good players. It's just a matter of fact, getting the ball in the hole and seeing who's hot right now, and just playing ball together.
What did you try to do during those last 10 minutes to get something going offensively? Is there anything you can?
It's what you try to do. We really try to play through the paint now with JJ, because we feel like he's the one guy that's kind of got an automatic jumping down there. We try to defend and get stops and get out and run. I thought Stanford did a pretty good job at shutting our transition down, although there weren't a lot of them there because the game got shortened down a little bit. But we really try to play through the paint with the ball going inside to Jeremy and playing off of him in terms of they double down, giving you some looks and things like that. But EJ has become a little bit more aggressive and doing some things out there to score. Malcolm didn't score the ball very well. There was some scoring opportunity there, so we can look at it now and say, what did you try to do? You were shut down, but I can also take you down and say, let's look at film, because I got some great looks, some layups, some looks. We just didn't score the ball.
You didn't start Tawan today. Still didn't get off to a very good start in the game, though.
My heart hurts for him right now because, again, in his senior year, a guy that rode us back to an Elite Eight. He's done a great job. He's on track and won, I believe, one class after we finished here this term from graduating. He's done everything right. He's just having a very, very difficult senior year. And it's hard for us to sit him down because he's done so much and everything, but we wanted to get a little bit bigger. And I thought that worked for the most part because we were pretty good defensively to start the game with the bigger lineup on the floor.
Speaking of big, did it seem like maybe the game started really getting out of control once Max came into the game? It seemed like,
the answer for him was Mike, and Mike was sitting over on the other end because he's gotten good enough, and at 7'3", he's big enough, and in the matchup zone, They did some good things where they forced penetration, forced you to rotate, and you're rotating with a 6'6" forward onto a guy that's 7'3". It's a matter of just turning the ball up, and without fronting the post, it's pretty easy for him to score. So he's just gotten good enough to where he could score some buckets 1 feet from the bucket and knock down his free throws. And there wasn't a lot we could do with that. The breakdowns probably when he was in the game was the dribble penetration from the wing, and we talked about that in the timeouts, that we got to do a better job of that because he was causing some problems. He was in there, and not having Mike was tough for us to be able to guard someone with that kind of size and just being good enough to finish some plays.
You get to go down to LA to two teams that you've beaten here.
Well, we've got the last 4 teams on our schedule that we've beaten. But again, when I look back on those teams, our guard play was really, really, really good up in Seattle, where we scored really well. And Mike, remember we had 3 players up there scoring that were in the running for Conference Player of the Week. It wasn't as great over at Washington State, but TP hit some big shots in the last 8 minutes of that game, 4 minutes of the game, 2 minutes of the game that gave us a chance to pull out a crazy, zany game over there. So you throw those 2 games out, we've struggled to score in a lot of our games. So as we go on the road, defensively, I like where we're heading, and we're mixing it up enough between our man-to-man and matchup zone and our press and everything that we can keep people off balance. But we've got to go down there, and we've got to score the ball. We need Mike back, we need Malcolm on his game, Tawan on his game. We've got to score. And if we can do that, we're going to cost all 4 of those teams some problems and whoever we match up with in the tournament. If we don't do that, the games will look like they've looked, where you can hang in there and be right in the battle, and then the team puts a spurt on you, and you're not able to spurt with them, and that's going to be the difference in the game.